Allegiant Stadium is the home of Wrestlemania 41. Should be a great time, but let me explain the experience of going to a wrestling show at Allegiant Stadium. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we got the great news that Wrestlemania 41 is going to be in Las Vegas in Allegiant Stadium. And I've been to Allegiant Stadium a good number of times. I've been there for soccer games. So we are here at Allegiant Stadium! Woo! Been there for a good number of Raider games. And I've also been there for Summerslam 2021. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be really excited about WrestleMania 41 going to be at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, but from my experiences from going to Summerslam 2021, it might not be the best stadium to go to. I mean, it's going to be a best place for the whole week for WrestleMania, but let's just remind people the situation of going to Allegiant Stadium for a big event there, because there was some pros and cons to going to a WWE event, at least last time for SummerSlam 2021, which if you never see my vlog for that SummerSlam, I'm gonna have the link in the description below. But like I said, there's definitely pros and cons to it, and let me give you some right now. So for going to SummerSlam, one thing that a lot of people might forget is that whole show, there was no pyro. No pyro. And one thing about me, for me going to WrestleMania, I'm expecting some pyro. There's gotta be some pyro. So all they had was smoke. Like Goldberg and Becky Lynch came out with the entrances with just smoke. Everybody else, it got a little just flashing lights, whatever, but it was just smoke. I don't know the real reason for it besides it being like a dome stadium, but I don't think that stadium could handle, pyrotechnics and the smoke and all that, like big smoke. But then also you also have to think about for the Al Davis torch back in Oakland, and I've been to plenty of games in Oakland for the Raiders and all that. We'll get to that later. But they would have a torch, and they would actually shoot like a real flame for the honor of Al Davis after he passed away. And for Allegiant Stadium, they have a big old torch for it, but not a real flame. It's like kind of like a type of LED type of light flame, like kind of like a wannabe flame, whatever. I don't know if they could really have explosions like that in that stadium for some weird reason. I was trying to figure out why. And if anybody in the comments could figure out why, because I done my research, I don't know why, but I think they just can't. I mean, I'm pretty sure they might figure it out. But yeah, there's probably, for WrestleMania 41, don't expect there to be that much pyrotechnics or pyro, or probably not even pyro at all. Just to give you a heads up on that. And from what I heard on, the whole news and all that stuff, is they were actually trying to cut back for WrestleMania 40 in Philly, which I'm gonna have the links for the description on that too. My latest couple of YouTube videos, I completed my vlogs for WrestleMania 40 night 1 and night 2. I was in Philly, yes. And I heard news that they weren't trying to have that much pyro. They were trying to cut back, budget cuts or whatever. You know the whole situation with WWE. But yeah, they weren't trying to have too much pyro at WrestleMania 40. Even though it was an outdoor stadium, they weren't trying to have that much pyro for some reason. But I think it's budget cuts from what I heard. And so if they were trying to cut back at WrestleMania 40 on an open door or outdoor stadium, imagine Allegiant Stadium, indoor, and they don't usually have, like fire, pyro, whatever. So don't expect much for that. And then for SummerSlam, they had a lot of issues, but I know it was like the first couple years that it was open, but their debit or their credit card machines wasn't working. So and I talk about this, and I actually was kind of a victim to trying to buy something, and they're like, "Oh, our machines are off." But I was able to get myself for free, me and my homie DJ. So it was kind of like a blessing in disguise type of thing. But and then also dead Wi-Fi. I mean, there's actually a list of what was going on through SummerSlam, and a lot of the fans did not have a good experience at Allegiant Stadium, at least compared to other places. And this is supposed to have more people in it compared to how what they had for SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam they had maybe like 48,000, 50. So this, another thing too, for Allegiant Stadium, this one's a smaller stadium compared to Lincoln Financial Field and compared to SoFi Stadium and compared to AT&T Stadium. This was more smaller. So one thing I'm also trying to let you guys know is really try to get your tickets in advance. I think tickets might go on sale somewhere in the fall, maybe October, November, or something like that. So as soon as the news broke that WrestleMania 40 was going to be going to Vegas, I had over 40 people message me saying, just talking about it, they're saying they're going to go and all that, but it's going to be high in demand. But this stadium, it's not as big as the other NFL stadiums, so just be prepared for that. Tickets will probably go by fast, and for the resale market, it's probably going to be way more. It's probably going to be the most expensive WrestleMania tickets, like by far. So if you compare to WrestleMania 40 this year with Philly, the seats that I had for, let's just say, I had the same seats at WrestleMania 39, night one. Great view, and then I'm not gonna go in detail on how much it was, but let's just say the prices for almost the same area for night one at this year's WrestleMania, it was almost double compared to the WrestleMania in LA, but that one, whatever. So yeah, so more than likely for this WrestleMania, it's gonna be pricey, especially for the resale market if you wait. And another thing too is, from what I remember at SummerSlam 2021, they had pillars. Yeah, you heard me. They had pillars. And I actually made a YouTube video of that, of where you should sit or where you should not sit for an outdoor stadium. But for some reason, for this stadium, yeah, they had pillars for back at SummerSlam 2021. So I might go into details about that when the seating chart comes out. I'll try to do my research on if they are gonna have it or not, or where to sit at. Separate video. But yeah, so they had pillars for that. So like right there, I'm actually playing SummerSlam 2021 vlog right now behind me. So but like I said, I have the link in the description on if you want to watch that video. Like I said, I've made it a couple years ago. But yeah, so there's gonna be pillars, or there might be pillars for this one too. Raiders. So yeah, don't expect much pyro. Don't expect, or no pyro at all. Expect expensive tickets. Expect hotel rooms to be through the roof. I am a big Raiders fan. And for those that don't know, I like to keep my Raiders hat original. So first time actually wearing it. Looks a little funky, but little championship, little Raider logo. Player, yes. But anyways, so yeah, I've been to a good number of Raider games too. So one thing to expect is it does get loud there. Well, sometimes for Raider fans, we kind of had to experience a bunch of away fans because, yeah, a lot of away people love to go to Allegiant Stadium. But anyways, yeah, so it's a really great venue. Definitely, if you have any room in the Strip, besides the heat, I mean, it's only pretty much like a mile or two away walk to Allegiant Stadium. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of wrestling fans. There's going to, like, that whole week's going to be crazy. Just imagine on the strip, thousands and thousands of wrestling fans walking on the strip, like, you know, Hulk Hogan cosplays, Stone Cold, The Rock, a bunch of Macho Mans, like, oh, and everywhere I go, I always see a Macho Man.
Ooh, yeah, the Macho Man Raider Savage right here. Ooh, yeah.
So there's probably gonna be like over 100 Macho Man cosplays, so best believe on that one for sure. And yeah, so it's gonna be a great experience, but like I said, it's also, don't expect it to be like 10 out of 10 because there's gonna be cons for it being at Allegiant Stadium. But yeah, should be a good time, and like I said, I'd recommend trying to be there the whole week, and including even after WrestleMania. For the Raw after WrestleMania, might be at T-Mobile Arena. It should be a good time, definitely have fun, but like I said, don't expect too much for Allegiant Stadium because there will be some cons for it. So adios, see you at WrestleMania 41. That'll be my 7th WrestleMania. And check out my older videos. And like I said, I just released my WrestleMania 40 vlogs. And like I said, description for the Summerslam 2021 vlog. So you get a good idea of pretty much how it was for wrestling show at Allegiant Stadium for the home now for WrestleMania 41. So till then, adios, CC, later. Yay!